Yes, good afternoon people. Another quick video. Today I will discuss the ICC Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan's pursuit of arrest warrants for Hamas and Israeli officials for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity. Among those named are Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Yoav Gallant. They are accused of extermination, causing starvation as a method of war, the denial of humanitarian relief supplies, and deliberately targeting civilians. Hamas leaders Yahya Sinwar Mohammed Deif, the commander of its military wing, considered to be the masterminds of the 7th of October assault, as well as Ismail Haniyeh, the leader of the group's political bureau, who's based in Qatar, is wanted for crimes of extermination, murder, hostage-taking, rape, sexual assault and torture. These individuals have been accused of committing war crimes in Gaza since the 7th of October 2023. This development is noteworthy as the US recently warned the ICC of potential consequences such as sanctions, investigations and defunding should they proceed with arrest warrants. Before I get into it, share, comment, like and subscribe. The recent development by the ICC is truly astonishing. Throughout this conflict, major global bodies such as the ICC, the ICJ and the UN have been criticised for their inaction and continuous shifts in defining war crimes. Notably, in the past, the ICC has issued warrants for prominent figures like Russia's Vladimir Putin, Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, Ugandan warlord Joseph Kony. The issuance of arrest warrant for a leader of a Western country marks an unprecedented move by the ICC. Benjamin Netanyahu described the prosecutor's accusations against him as a disgrace, saying, "I reject with disgust the aides prosecutor's comparison between democratic Israel and the mass murderers of Hamas. With what audacity do you dare to compare the monsters of Hamas to the soldiers of the IDF, the most moral army in the world?" He accused Khan of pouring gasoline on antisemitism, which is raging all over the world. And with his decision, Mr. Khan takes his place as one of the greatest antisemites of modern times. Wow, the guy's only doing his job though, isn't it? Joe Biden, the US president, described the move as outrageous. In a statement, adding, "Whatever this prosecutor might imply, there is no equivalence, none, between Israel and Hamas. We will always stand with Israel against threats to its security." US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said, "We reject the prosecutor's equivalence of Israel with Hamas. The ICC's decision could jeopardize ceasefire talks and aid getting in." UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said, "The International Criminal Court's move is deeply unhelpful." He insisted that the court's move would make absolutely no difference to the wider peace in the Middle East. Khan's decision also brought condemnation from Benny Gantz, former military chief and member of the Israel's war cabinet. He said Israel fought with one of the strictest moral codes and add a robust judiciary capable of investigating itself. Hamas too was critical of Khan's announcement. A senior Hamas official, Sami Abu Zuri, said, "The ICC prosecutor's decision equates the victim with the executioner." Karim Khan said on Monday, "We have a variety of evidence to support the applications we've submitted to the judges. These acts demand accountability," Khan said. "I question whether the ICC decision to pursue arrest warrants will effectively halt the ongoing atrocities in Gaza, especially with Israel's determination to proceed with a ground offensive in Rafah. The intervention from the US and the UK, asserting that the ICC lacks jurisdiction over Israel, raises doubts about their commitment to peace. Their condemnation of the ICC for seeking arrest warrants against Israel and Hamas leaders for war crimes committed since the 7/10/23 adds another layer to this complex situation." In his statement, Karim Khan made it clear he was aware of the potential ramification of his decision. He said, "If we do not demonstrate our willingness to apply the law equally, if it is seen as being applied selectively, we will be creating the conditions for its collapse." And I'll end with this. In reality, while I do not anticipate the issuance of arrest warrants or an immediate ceasefire, the ICC's unwavering stance on the war crimes committed by both Israel and Hamas in Gaza, despite pressure from the US and the Western governments, signifies a crucial adherence to universal standards. It is imperative that all countries are held accountable under these rules. Following the heinous acts of Hamas of the 7/10/23, the credibility of Western governments has been severely tarnished due to their perceived dishonesty, hypocrisy, and double standards. Rebuilding this credibility may prove to be an insurmountable challenge. Initially, when the ICJ suggested that Israel might be involved in war crimes, Western governments supported the claim. However, any mention of genocide was swiftly dismissed, citing that the ICJ had not made such allegation. Now, with the ICC confirming the presence of war crimes, the Western nations seem reluctant to acknowledge this reality, adopting a formal tone of denial. Thanks for watching. Share, comment, like, and subscribe. Out of here.